Steve Morgan for Fishing Monthly Magazine's here after the second day of the California Delta Bassmaster Elite Series, and I am here with Aussie's #1 bass angler, Carl Jocumsen, and Carl has got a little bit of a slouch here, and mate, you worked your ass off today and just didn't get the big bites. Personally, I can't understand what happens to all those big fish in practice, but they went somewhere, and mate, you gave 110% today to get them. How does it feel having such a low, such a high, and then such a low again? Like, you're pretty good at dealing with that usually.
Yeah, no, it's kind of weird. I know this one's a bit rough just because you just, you know, when you work that hard and you want something so bad, and then you just like, and then it just nothing happens, and you're just way off, and you just, I'm one for, like, if you work hard and you want something and you go after it, it's going to happen. But that's often not the case with, you know, with this week. I was just off them, just never really found them and understood exactly what was happening. But yeah, it was just a tough one. Did everything I could and just couldn't quite figure out that big bite. I'd get those windows and they were just all small, and I was fishing things that would usually get a big bite, and it just didn't happen. But you got to just, like, yeah, you got to, they're just rough to handle. I just hate losing, and I think you got, like, I think if you still enjoy after having that, you shouldn't be happy with having that, and I'm not happy, but you got to take it and you got to move on, and you know, I want to win bad, and you know, it's just going to fuel the fire for Havasu.
I know yesterday I said if you get a 25-pound bag today, I was going to do a nudie run around the way, and obviously I have to up the ante for the next one. Any ideas?
Oh, we'll have to.
I would wear the Australian flag.
Yeah, just for the kids. But yeah, no, I don't need any more motivation. It's I want this. You know, I just want to be competitive, and I want to be consistent. I don't like doing, you know, what I've done this week, and you know, Sabine up and down. But like Gunnersville, that high just keeps you coming back. But with fishing here, there's so many lows, and the highs are so high, and then the lows are like so low. When you're so far off, you're just like, you don't understand what is going on, and you see these guys just smashing massive bags, and at Gunnersville it just seems so easy. I'm just like, I know what's going. There's guys that were looking at me saying, how are you catching them? You know, you just, there's like one little thing, and I was like narrowing it, and I'm trying to find it, and then talk to a couple of guys, and I'm like this close, you know. And often I'm doing exactly what a lot of the top guys were doing. I just wasn't in the right area, or throwing it right in that, you know, there's such a fine line, and it's just tough. These guys are the best in the world, and if you're an inch off, you're a mile away. So
let's go back to Gunnersville. Before Gunnersville, you spent a few days down at Lake Forks smashing a few fish and getting yourself into the zone. You've got a few days now between now and the Havasu tournament. What's the plan?
Yeah, I might hit a lake on the way down there, but I've got, like, you know, my boat is just like a wreck, you know, so I've got to strip everything out, put all the Havasu back in, you know, stuff for Havasu, and like I've got to just go from tidal, you know, grass lines, weed, you know, from the Delta to crystal clear smallmouth, largemouth, like total opposite. So, you know, that's why you got to be so versatile. And I'm just jumping from one to the other. You got to get your head around, you know, what you were fishing to a total different species now, and you know, I might hit one, but really I haven't had much sleep in probably 7 or 8 or longer since leaving. If you think about from when the week of preparation leading up, not much sleep, getting everything ready, then leaving and doing 3 days of driving, and then, you know, about 4 or 5 hours sleep if you're lucky right through the week, daylight till dark. My alarm was set for 3:50 every morning, and I'd get to bed at about 11 o'clock at night. So a bit of rest.
Sleeping tomorrow.
I probably won't be able to, because my body clock is just like, I'll just wake up. But you know, just a bit of a rest, and right now I'm like worn out, and your brain's just like, I need to like recoup and get my brain ready to fire. So I'm like I want to be fresh for Havasu, because it's going to be an important one for me.
Now, just one final point. Why don't you have a look down the barrel of that camera and have a chat to the fans in Australia, and tell them how you're going to come back for the next event, mate, because you are the comeback kid.
I know, yeah. Everyone knows that I don't give in very easily, so I love the support. And, you know, when I'm out there and I'm not catching them, that knowing that everyone's back home going to watch the weigh-in and stuff gives me that real fire. And you know, Steve could vouch. Not many people get to see how hard I work out there, but I put in every little last effort I can. With I don't rest for a second. I don't eat, drink, just flat out, you know. And today, you know, I haven't even told you this, but when I left you and I ran, instead of going and getting fuel, I went and fished, and I fished until I knew I had to leave, because I just thought I've only got 5-6 pounds, there's no use even heading back. So instead of using the 15 minutes to get fuel, I ran back. I fished for that 15 minutes to the very death, ran all the way back, ran out of fuel about 10 minutes from the ramp, rocked the boat back and forward, squeezed the bulb, got a little bit more in there, and I idled all the way, and around the first bend there was a marina. The motor conked out, used a trolling motor, got over, put $20 worth of fuel in there and got back to the ramp. So it would have been a cool story if I had like 25 pounds, but I had 5 pounds, so it didn't really matter. But I made it back.
Well, you've had both experiences now. At Gunnersville on the second day, you had the highest bag of the day, and today I think I looked at the stats, yours was the smallest limit of the whole day, mate. So you're always setting records no matter where you go.
You got to do something special. But yeah, that was a it just sort of sucks because I was under the 100 now. I don't get the points too. So like at Gunnersville, I salvaged my whole year. I was back up in the points to make the classic, and got, you know, my finances back up, and then this big trip and everything has just gone bang, knocked that all out. So now I've got to regroup and come back, but that's what Havasu's for. So it's good. The best thing for me when I've had a bad one has always been having a tournament very close, so I don't stew on it. It's just like that one's gone and I've got Havasu in 2 days, so that's a good thing.
Well, that's great, because me, like the rest of all you guys in Australia, I'm going to be up there watching all night those live weigh-ins, mate. It's been a great experience over here following you. I guarantee this guy does more work than all of us put together on the water. He might panic a little bit towards the end, mate. I know you were fishing quite quick by the end, but it's great to watch him on the water. It's been great for you to have us over here, Carl, and go Australia.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Havasu. Let's do it.